Hello, this is a little video to help with your instruction of the Chapter 2, Project 2 in Math 133. It's regarding using the histogram applet. And so I'm going to share my screen so we can look at the assignment. And so the assignment is asking you to find a publicly available data set on Statcrunch that is interesting to you. Your data set needs to have at least one quantitative variable with a lot of numbers and variability. What data set did you choose? Okay, so I'm going to go to Statcrunch. And remember I said I always give setup for me. And I'm going to open Statcrunch. So in Statcrunch, you're not going to choose a graph. You're going to choose an applet. So you're going to go over here to the applet and you're going to go down to the one that says histogram with sliders. And then, except for I need to find a data set first. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. First, I need to go down to data and go to data set. And I'm going to go to movie box budgets and box office because that's the one I love to use a lot. And I'm going to go now. I'm going to go to applets and histogram with sliders, and I'm going to choose one that's available. And I'm going to choose budget and hit compute. And then this applet's having me change my starting point. So remember that your starting point is really your lower class bound, right, of your frequency distribution. So, but it doesn't really, I mean, there I've got the shape to change slightly, but it looks like it doesn't really matter what I do to my starting point. My data is pretty skewed right. And then it's going to also have you play around with the bin width. So look at my bins are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I'm going to have my bin width, I'm going to have my starting point go back to 0. Okay. And then I'm going to change my bin width. And it doesn't really matter what I do with my bin width, my data is still pretty skewed right. Okay. But it's going to ask you some questions. It wants you to go to that applet, and then it's going to have you change the starting point. And then it says, place your mouse cursor on the starting point slider, change the starting point while watching the effect that it has on the histogram. So we could go and change and do the applet again on mine and see what other one we could, I'm going to do whoops, year and see what we can do there. So this one here is, it looks like it's a little skewed left. And I'm changing my starting point. It really doesn't change the fact that mine is still, this one's still skewed left. But I'm going to go down here and change my bin width and see what that does and see if I can get it to be a little bit, it looks like it's a little more symmetric there, but you can still see it's pretty skewed left. And now it looks like it's kind of skewed, or sorry, symmetric. I was trying to draw on there, but I can't get it to draw. But I just, there it kind of looks like it might be kind of symmetric. But for the most part, mine is going to look like this one's skewed left. So that's really what this project is all about, is having you make some changes using the starting point and using the bin width. And what does it do? What do the two histograms look like? But make sure that you are, it says comment on the shape. So I want you to be telling me, what do the shapes look like? Do they look symmetric? Do they look left skewed or right skewed? And then here on number 5 is asking you, why is this a good histogram for what you selected? What is its shape? And then it has you make one that looks good and one that does not look good. And then then it says comment on why this is not a good histogram for your selected variable. So make sure that you're answering all the questions. Thank you.